What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today we are here for week number 6 of the APA. Pretty important week here because we need to get a win to avoid getting into the clump of people who are all 3-3 after a really bad loss last week. But if you guys want to skip the team builder portion of this, you can go ahead and skip that right now. There's a timestamp on the screen, but make sure to stick around. Really stick around because we are doing something brand new, at least I hope we are, and I want you guys to tell me what your thoughts are on it, so make sure to stick around, let me know what your thoughts are, and of course, be sure to subscribe and like the video as well. Let's jump into it. Looking at my opponent's team, we're playing against Q, coach of the Chicago Dragapults, with Zeraora, Hydra, and Scizor as a nasty top 3. After that, you got some really good support mons in Rakman with Webs, Roserade with access to Spikes and Toxic Spikes, Tornadus with access to Tailwind, which is like okay in this type of team because there's a Zeraora and priority in Scizor. Dugtrio to trap things is nice. The one weakness with this team that I've noticed is that there's only 2 rockers, and both of them are very, well, one of them is a Wigglytuff, the other one is a Dugtrio, which is not bulky at all. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Our team for this week, what are we bringing this week? We are starting off with Ouroboros, our Zygarde. Now, Zygarde is fantastic in this match. We're running 1,000 Arrows as our only attacking move this week because he has access to 1 resist to 1,000 Arrows. And that's the Arachnoid, which could definitely come, don't get me wrong. But I do have Quail. And Quail could be very nice, especially against like a Zeraora or a Scizor. And if I'm already set up or if the Arachnoid's weakened, then I can break through it even with a resisted hit in 1,000 Arrows, which is very nice. After that though, the investment we have on the set allows me to take quite a few hits, but the notable thing is we want to have speed for Gardevoir, creeping, a modest Tapu Fini, or a Jolly Serena. Our goal is to glare everything and then Coil versus pretty much all the other Pokemon because there's very few ice type attacks you can be running, or Pokemon that are going to be special. Most of the Pokemon that are coming, in my opinion, are going to be physical or not as bulky, or offensive rather. That's what I wanted to say. We do take quite a bit of hits. We take modest Gardevoir's Moonblast after rocks. We take 2 Roserade, Timid Grass Knots, or Dazzling Gleams with leftovers. And we take 2 Adamant Zeraora's Play Roughs from full. We also take Life Orb, Hydreigon's Dragon Pulse, or 2 Dark Pulses from that Pokemon. That's what all this investment there is for. Pain Split is just for recovery. I don't really expect it to come too much, but if it's against like a Araquanid or whatever, then I can get back a really good chunk of HP, just to weaken it as well. Helps out a lot in my opinion, and it also helps out with Scizor if I'm weak as well and you can't get the KO with Bullet Punch. Yeah, that's going to be our, what is this thing called? Zygarde, that's it. And moving on to our next one, it is going to be our Galarian Zapdos with the Choice Scarf this week. Close Combat, Thunderous Kick, Brave Bird, and U-Turn, pretty standard moves for a Galarian Zapdos. In reality, this Pokemon is the best mon that I have access to. Period. It is so good. The reason for it is because it outspeeds everything with the Scarf, but it also has a really good matchup because his best physical wall is a Scizor. And that's taking resist or neutral damage from Thunderous Kick and Close Combat and Brave Bird, and 2 Thunderous Kicks should get the KO on it. The main goal with this Pokemon is to bring it in when something is basically in range and get a KO, or to force something out like Zera, just to weaken things as much as possible. And that is the goal of this Galarian Zapdos. The one thing I have to worry about is potentially the Blacephalon coming, which is immune to my fighting type attacks, and I have a really hard time switching into it. So we have to be careful, but I do feel pretty good about my chances with this Pokemon. We do have speed for the Hydreigon, and the rest we put into my attack with a Jolly Nature. Moving on, we have Fallen, our Silvally, very good Pokemon here as well. I looked at the team. My opponent has 1 normal resist and 1 normal immunity, Blacephalon and Scizor. Flame Charge hits Scizor for super effective damage 4 times, and we have Crunch for the Blacephalon, which is nice. If I get up a Swords Dance, and there's a Scizor in front of me, and I click Flame Charge, it should be GG, because the investment we have in my attack with the Silk Scarf will allow me to OHKO everything at +2, except for like, I think it was a max defense Wigglytuff and like a max defense Araquanid, which is insane. But we do a ton of damage to pretty much everything, which is awesome. And our investment also allows us to KO OHKO a no defense Scizor with a +2 Flame Charge. I do imagine to be plus defense, but what's going to do back to me? U-Turn, Bullet Punch. I'm pretty damn bulky with this set, so I feel good about it. Moving on though, our next mon is going to be, I didn't even mention what our speed is on this set for. Our speed on the set is there for Gardevoir, and Zeraora at +1. Moving on is our Scolipede. Now, Scolipede is the Pokemon that underwent the most amount of changes. And the reason for that is because I did not know what I wanted to do with it. Originally, I was going to be like Sash lead with like double spikes and be running Endeavor, and I think Rock was my only move. And I had Superpower over Endeavor, and I went back to Endeavor and added Poison Jab because I felt this Pokemon, it wants to break, and I love the idea of Toxic Spikes, especially for Zera, like a Sub-Zera. But the ability for Roserade to come, I think, is pretty high, and I want to make sure I can just wear it down, and that's kind of what this Pokemon does. Spikes are more important than Toxic Spikes in this matchup, in my opinion, considering he only has like 1 or 2 immunities, I believe actually. It's like 1, 2, 3 immunities, but one from the Delibird, I don't really count it. He has 2 immunities, and that's it. So I feel good about getting the chip. It's very nice for a team that's forcing in a lot of switches. This Pokemon does have max speed to outspeed the Tornadus in case it is a lead Torn against my lead Scolipede. I can then Rock Slide it, outspeed it the next turn, Rock Slide it again, and I'll be in a really good shape. And that's really it. Endeavor's there just in case. He only has one Rocker that is viable in the Dugtrio. Another one is Wigglytuff, but whatever. And there are spikes, of course, but I feel good about keeping my Sash up late in the game if I really need to. So there's a chance I can do that as well. Our next Mon is going to be making its season debut, Nephew, our Morgrem. Yes, the Morgrem is coming before the Gothitelle. Shadow Tag Gothitelle. Morgrem is coming first. This Pokemon is interesting. I didn't really go crazy with the investment. I just kind of made it mixed defenses here. The whole goal of this Pokemon is to get up Screen. We want Light Screen, we want Reflect. Ideally, Light Screen is going to be the most important one, but Reflect could be nice in certain situations. Foul Play hits the Scizor, hits the Blacephalon, hits Araquanid, hits Dugtrio, Tornadus, and Zera for really good damage, and it's really important. And Thunder Wave is there for speed control against something like, it won't work on the Zera, it won't work on the Hydra, but we do have it there for Blacephalon, for Torn, which can definitely be offensive. I expect both to be offensive and both to come, and that's exactly what we want to be able to wear them down with, which is pretty important here. And we do a Light Clay to extend our turns of these screens. And then our final Mon is going to be Blinky the Rotom with the Colbur Berry this week. Colbur is important for one reason, that's to take knockoff from the Zera and then fire back a Will-O-Wisp to burn that thing. Burning Zera is so important. I obviously need to be careful because if he subs on me, and then I click Will-O-Wisp, it's really bad. I have to try and Hex to break the sub and just wear it down that way, go into Morgrem, get a Reflect up, and then start foul playing it to death. That's the best I can do, which is it's not great at all. But in general, the investment we have on this set allows me to take a Zera's knockoff, an admin Zera Aura's knockoff, into a burned Zera Aura's knockoff, which is really important. That's because my Colbur Berry that I can do that, and the speed on this set is there for the Roserade. That's the end of this team builder for this battle. Kind of going crazy here, it's a little late. We are playing against Q. I'm excited for this. We have something brand new, hopefully. If you guys like it, let me know. It is so important for the future of Draft League, we hope. And let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Let's do it. It's time to battle.
Hey guys, John here. We're giving you guys another Draft League video. Today I am joined by Diet Tight Jason.
Yo, what's going on, my fellas? It's your boy Diet Tight here.
And today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm sure you guys have all watched sports and you guys know sports commentators, and we kind of want to try that in the community. Well, it was Matt's idea. Matt wants to try it in the community, and the first people that he decided to pull were me and Jason, mainly because Jason screamed and threw us to the front of the line, but we're here.
Yep. Alright, so anyway, Matt is playing against Q in a league that is definitely going to be in the title. Make sure to check us out below.
I really like Matt's idea here of going for the hazard stack. Q doesn't really have the best removal here with the Scizor being the removal and the Hydreigon. Hydreigon's not really going to pack it.
Tornadus.
And Tornadus doesn't look that great in this matchup though, in my opinion.
I like Tornadus. I think if he calls the right play on Rotom, once he finds out it's not Scarf, you can chunk it down with a Hurricane or a Dark Pulse.
I guess that's right. I forgot to get Dark Pulse. Yeah.
I already forgot what 6Q brought. So
I didn't see what 6Q brought. So very, very analytical. That was my job probably instead of yours. That's okay. I didn't even see what Matt led. So good leads for Matt. He could just lead Zapdos. I feel like
he did lead Zapdos.
He did lead Zapdos. Good look at Matt. Me and him thinking one and the same. So he leads Blacephalon. So some plays here. It's gonna be tough. Actually. Matt might want to scout to see if he's Scarf, but what would he switch into? I guess the Zygarde.
Do you think Zapdos lives one? I think Zapdos definitely lives.
I don't know if he lives a fire. I don't know if he lives a modest Fire Blast. But hold on, is he Jolly? Yeah, he's Jolly. Hold on. So yeah, I gotta pull up the calc here. Let's check her out. Let's check her out. Zapdos. He actually does live one Fire Blast. You're right. So yeah, they play.
He lives in Overheat.
So the play, man, it's gonna be tough without knowing what Mon's Q brought. I'm not gonna lie, we're at an immediate disadvantage. Oh, there it is.
Looking at the wrong Zapdos.
Wait. He brought Zera, Hydreigon, Blacephalon, Araquanid. I think I didn't see the other two. But either way, Brave Bird is a very free play on Matt's end. He could just go for Brave Bird.
The only problem is if he clicks Fire Blast, then you
die to recoil. Yeah, but
yeah.
I do agree with the Brave Bird play. I think Brave Bird's fine. Do what? And this is gonna drop.
That's a call. Wait. That might just die.
I think that does die.
I think Q was trying to call.
Wait, what?
What
is
Rocky Helmet?
Dude, that is fire. That is insane. That is a
He was
great
like, what if he
set by Q.
CCs?
Dude.
Wait, but like normally that dies.
Dude,
Like,
that has to.
Max Bold.
Dude, that is that's a fantastic bring by Q. I'm not gonna lie at all. Like, I did not expect that at all. He's probably a defensive tailwind set. I'm gonna imagine with probably Hurricane or Air / Dark Pulse, like Jason said, maybe knockoff. He probably has Heat Wave for the Metagross. He could also have U-Turn on there. So there's a bunch of different
Dark
options.
Pulse. It might be Hurricane Dark Pulse.
I said Dark Pulse.
Yeah.
Rest? What is going on?
Wait, yeah, Prankster Rest, because then you take it on. Because now, I saw
This is insane.
that's the first thing I thought of when I saw bulky Rocky Helmet.
Rocky Helmet. I did not think of Rest. That is a very, very good set.
Yeah, Matt's,
actually, yeah.
Matt's ooh, it's gonna be a roll to kill.
Matt's on the ropes here. I'm not gonna lie. You think?
But you don't give up your. I don't think you give up your
No, you don't give up
Your
Zapdos.
Zapdos here because your Zapdos is one more hit. That's crazy.
Zapdos
That's
is also really needed to revenge the. I feel like the Zera and the Hydra, because otherwise Matt's speed is Scolipede, and that's it. And Scolipede only has Poison Jab and Rock Slide. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be interesting because a Sleep Talk's gonna come out, and I think a Sleep Talk's gonna come out. We get to see
Might goes into Rotom, yeah. We might see the Cobra pop here. If he he could definitely be. I definitely do think he could be the Dark Pulse and
he's Sleep Talk.
Hurricane.
I think he's Dark Pulse Hurricane.
He's got to be. I feel like you're absolutely
Rest.
right.
Okay,
so,
pulls Rest.
Yep. So Matt can just go for Hex here, pretty free in my opinion. Just in case he decides to stay. I don't think he's gonna stay it. I mean, Willow is also a fine play. What's the switch? You think?
I think you Volt here. Dugtrio didn't come, right? Yeah, Dugtrio didn't come. Oh,
okay.
but
Scizor, Tornadus. Okay.
I think.
Volt's free,
personally,
I
think you Volt here because you get momentum on the incoming Hydreigon.
That's true, and also I think he clicked Willow, but that's true, and also if he goes Zero,
he did click Willow.
He gets the play right. He gets the play
Matt.
right. Good call, Matt.
Wow.
What I was gonna say was I feel like he could have. That's awful. Oh no.
Beans.
That is horrible.
Look at that space. Yeah, we can show this back. I don't know if I'd Wisp again because if he's sub here, you can sub on this thing, which makes it very interesting. Or if he's Calm Mind, he gets a free Calm Mind here.
Yeah, but if he's Calm Mind though, he does not beat these.
That was an interesting play on Q's part going hard Zera. I feel like Hydreigon could have been the free play. That makes me think that Hydreigon might be physical and Zera Aura might be special.
Well, that makes me think that Zera might be Lumberry, actually.
Nope, I don't think he was expecting Lilith. I think he was making the aggro play
For the on the Volt Switch. No way he misses 2 in a row. So that one's not as crucial depending on the set. But obviously, chip damage
He's
is
gonna
chip
Dragon
damage.
Dance right here.
Dude, no way. He busts out a DD. So Matt's counterplay to this is Morgrim, and I feel like Morgrim's actually a pretty good check all around. The only issue is Prankster, he cannot T-Wave him. So, and actually, wait, now that I'm looking at it, his, what did he click? I was not paying attention.
Dark Pulse.
No, what did Matt click?
Will-O-Wisp and missed. Oh, he clicked Volt Switch here.
Volt Switch? Okay. I feel like that's tough, letting your Rotom get weakened.
Do you think that's Specs damage? Was that Specs Hydra? Or do you think Specs would have killed through Colbert?
I think Specs probably killed through Colbert. I'm gonna be honest.
Let's double check.
Because he's a look at his spread on Rotom. He's almost completely offensive. So I feel like Specs would have absolutely killed.
How much did it do? Yeah, he doesn't need to do Specs.
Yeah, he could definitely be Scarf. He could also be Nasty Ply. He could be Nasty.
Savali. I think Matt is getting a little frustrated here. So I think he is trying to. I think it's like, oh, I've been hacked a couple times. Let's set up so I don't have to play with hacks anymore. So I think it's a little premature for Savali to come in.
And I think Matt should really keep the Draco. But I think Matt should really keep the in-game in mind here. The in-game is very obviously, in my opinion, the holy shit.
He might die to another one.
I think he does die, yeah. But the in-game, in my opinion, should definitely be the Zygarde, and what you need to do to get that in position is to chip down that Arachnoid, because I'm going to imagine that Arachnoid is packing Ice Beam or Toxic for the Zygarde, so once you get that little down, the Zygarde is going to be in a fantastic spot.
We need Matt to hit a... Actually, if Q for some reason misses, not for some reason, but if Q misses, this sweeps. Actually, no, it doesn't sweep. Scissors in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's no Fizz Def, yeah.
Yeah, he's on 66. Because he has to
did Matt click multi-attack or Flame Charge?
Flame Charge.
Ooh, actually, that's kind of a tough play because what if he? No, he's not Scarf. We saw he switched moves anyway. What do you think he is? Then expert belt potentially?
No, he's Silk Scarf. Oh wait, Hydreigon.
The Hydra. No, he might be Dragon Fang. I'm not sure. A resist berry of some sort. He could be Chapel. Haban also make. I don't think Haban no, because Finny already neuters terrain. He's probably not going to be outraged in this matchup.
True.
Especially with the Sizzling Gardevoir.
He just gives.
So he outsped after the Flame Charge. That's interesting.
Well, yeah, we knew he's not Scarf.
Oh yeah. No. Listen. Guys, I know what I'm talking about. Listen. No. Listen, I thought for some reason, you know how you said DD earlier. For some reason, I was playing in my mind.
Yeah, so I figured gums was not anyway. So Matt has now realized he does not switch into this Pokemon anymore.
That is very true. He's in actually a very tough spot. And also, the chip on Zathos is going to be really tough coming towards this in-game, especially with the Tornado still, alive and well in the back. Oh, no. I don't know if I would go hard as Zygarde here, as Zygarde is, in my opinion, Zygarde should be the in-game.
As long as he's not SD, this is you gambling he's not SD.
Yeah. I think I definitely, in my opinion, I would have sacked the Savali there. Just because if he's banded, here, you're taking... Nah, he's not banded. There's no way.
But you're also Coil Pain Split, so you can take on whatever. Also, that was his way of immediately killing Zygarde. Zygarde no longer dies in one hit to anything.
That's very true. Yeah.
Hydreigon's dead. It no longer dies to anything.
That's very true. Yeah. I mean, Araquanid Ice Beam could be super annoying for a Coil set. I still think that's kind of like the roadblock here. And also, him not being Choice Band and Scizor makes me think against this team that he is probably going to be SD. And I think that could also be kind of problematic here.
That makes sense. The ultimate might be Bulky Defog to take on Scolipede.
He definitely could. I definitely agree with that. That is definitely an option.
Super funny. Neither Trapmon came.
That is very true.
Gothitelle or Doug Trio. I'm curious to see if Q brought Shed Shell and
Okay, we're gonna see a Coil. So he didn't click Bullet Punch, so he either clicked U-turn or Sword Stance, probably. We're going to see here. He's going to click Sword Stance. Yep, so he's going to be probably Sword Stance, Bug Bite, Bullet Punch, Roost, if I had to wager a guess here. Because that set goes crazy. He could also be Knockoff instead of Bug Bite. That also does very, very well.
Coil one more time, I think.
I don't know. I think you Glare. Really? Mm-hmm. I don't know the calcs. I'm not looking at the calcs off the top of my head. Wow.
Coil. And then I wonder if you live... You'll live one more if he's +2. So I think you Coil again one more time, and then you Pain Split.
I think that's a fine play. I think you could also just Glare into Pain Split too, though. I feel like Glare is going to be...
I'm thinking to kill this Scizor.
I guess you are thinking... Yeah. You might be right. That might be the most optimal play.
The only problem is he is blowing his Zygarde super early.
Well, also, the thing is his Zygarde could win now, though.
I don't know. Blacephalon can revenge.
Oh, wait. Araquanid's still at full, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so.
Araquanid's still right there. So now this is a tough play. Does he Swords Dance again and get to +6? Or does he...
Well, even if he does, I think, based on the damage we saw before, the play is Coil every single time, right? Because it's not a 2-shot from this range.
Yeah. Oh. Beans. Bullet Punch?
Yeah, I feel like the play every single time there was Coil, actually, and then Pain Split the following turn.
Yeah, because the plane...
Oh, and it didn't even kill. And you can't Pain Split up now, so now you're in a really tough spot. So now, the problem with this is now Zygarde is going to be fodder for Blacephalon. Blacephalon can get a boost off of this, basically.
And his
Savali is on 0, yeah. His Blacephalon is on no HP. Yeah, it's Morgrim.
But once this dies, you can start spike stacking.
That's true, but what's the in-game once this dies, though? There is not really... He has a 1 HP Savali, he has a Morgrim, he has a 1 HP Rotom.
Scolipede, actually, hear me out, Scolipede puts in work.
I don't think it can beat Zera plus Blacephalon, though.
I don't think it can beat it, but it can kill Blacephalon, it can kill Araquanid. Oh, if he was like SD here...
If he was SD instead of Endeavor, actually, then I would definitely be on your side for this one. Q actually put himself in a really tough spot against that type of set. I am not gonna lie.
he also needs to kill that Torn.
Dude,
So what's left?
if he kills the Torn, then I think maybe the Zapdos would be in a much better position.
Zera, Blacephalon, Araquanid, Tornadus. Something takes damage from Rock Slide that doesn't want to take damage from Rock Slide.
Mm-hmm.
Savali.
Are you about to tell me this 9 HP Sovali is going to win this game?
No, absolutely
yeah, there's a Blacephalon. So I guess go ahead and calc and see if the Scolipede can Oko the Blacephalon, or if he's gonna have to go into Zapdos and try to Brave Bird and then just sack his Zapdos.
Balinky. He's got Sacks now, so he can play the Sack game. The only problem is that this is like Scarf Fire Blast.
That's what I'm very worried about. Yeah.
Nathaniel O'Shaniel is in trouble. Flamethrower.
Flamethrower.
Not much better.
You're true there. Actually, Morgan might be able to live a +1 Flamethrower.
And they can always set up priority screen.
And it is special attack boost, so it might be Scarf here. It could be Scarf, it could be Boots. He's going to go into the Scolipede, so Matt seems like he might be confident that...
92 to 109.
Okay.
Well, the good thing is you get a Rock Slide off, you get the speed boost so you're faster, and you get an Endeavor on something.
That's true. That is very true. You also got to find out if this is Scarf, but I mean, that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme. He is Scarf, so stuff on his Scarf confirmed. Let's hope Matt can land this, because this Rock Slide is going to be very, very big for the rest of this game.
No! Oh, God.
Dude, don't say that, Jason. Okay, he landed.
Oh my God, there was so much
Blacephalon goes down. Okay. This is still... Matt's in a very, very tough spot, but it's looking a lot better now that Blacephalon is gone. What do you think he goes into now? Do you think
again, a Wisp on that Zera changes this entire game. If Matt Wisp that Zera...
That is, Zera, here it is.
Wait,
if he's this Endeavor off...
The only problem is
what?
You Endeavor.
Yeah, you Endeavor every time.
No way he goes Torn. The only problem is Zapdos is so
unbelievably low.
Well, I mean, yeah, so it gets to click CC like once.
He got the Endeavor off. No way.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic.
Scarf CC wins.
Well, there's an Araquanid and a Tornadus, Jason. It's tough. He might have to...
I was like, he was sitting there over the fucking...
He's got to click U-turn. He's got to click U-turn here. Like, there's no other play. Because his only win card at this point in the game is Zapdos. Yeah, you got to click U-turn every single time.
You reveal your Scarf.
The only issue is now Tornadus is gonna come in. He's gonna take more Rocky Helmet damage, and Matt is on the ropes here for sure.
You think you go hard Tornadus here? You give up so much momentum.
I think it's tough because if Matt calls that and he goes for a close combat, I think it dies too. You know what I mean? Based on the range of health it was at. So I think maybe Q just sacks off Zera here because what does Zera really accomplish at this point in the match, right? He knows there is a Scarf Zapdos. I mean, it could pick off the Zygarde, but I mean, he has Araquanid, the best Zygarde check in the back. Like, his best Zygarde check is still alive.
So you know Tornadus is max. You know it's slow as cheese.
Yeah, it is a very slow Torn. So, I do think sacking Zera is probably the most
Actually, let's see. Is
play.
Zygarde faster? Let's check.
He is not. He's not a very fast Zygarde, so he is Jolly Nature actually. Oh, he did go Tornadus.
He is faster.
He did go Tornadus.
He's faster with Zygarde. That means he's faster with Savali. Does Savali just get off a huge hit and kill something?
This is crazy to me, actually. It is very, very crazy to me that Q went into the Tornadus there because he was risking the whole game if Matt clicked close combat.
I don't think CC killed him too, but Brave Bird, then you don't nothing faster than Zera.
Brave Bird and close combat do the same amount of damage, and we saw Brave Bird do half to Torn earlier in the game.
Close combat's a resist.
Oh, you're right. I don't know why I was thinking this is. I was thinking this was electric for some reason. I'm not on it right now.
Yeah, this kills something. This nets him one.
Oh, Prankster.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
No. Damn, I think that might be the whole game, actually.
I think... Yeah, it's Morgrim time.
I agree. It is Morgrim time.
The only problem, Morgrim with foul play, probably doing it might heal him.
It might, dude. Oh.
It does 26.
Really? So I think
he's gonna sleep for 2 turns. He wakes up here.
Yeah, he wakes up and rests. I think the game's over.
I light screen. I think you light screen.
I don't disagree.
Is
I
foul
do
play
not
contact?
disagree. Yeah. I do believe it is.
I do believe. He wakes up and clicks rest. Morgrim's faster.
What?
Wait, oh, he's just hurricane.
Oh, well, cause,
okay.
I guess because he could just rest the following turn, so whatever.
Yeah. I'm thinking T-Wave potentially and Parahang.
Huh. So is Matt banking on the miss, I'm imagining? I guess it's about all he can do at this positioning.
It's off a rest, and then you get a pain split off?
That... Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, you know what, you're right. He was probably hoping that he rests there and then try to get a pain split off. Maybe the better play there might have been to click foul play, force the rest, and then go into Zygarde, and that would have been a fantastic sequence of events. Actually, I definitely agree with you. But no, this game is pretty much over here. No matter what, Q can just rest here, and Matt cannot...
Tornado's the problem.
Tornado's the problem. After I said how bad I thought it did on matchup, Tornado's the problem.
Yeah, something I did not expect. That. Yeah,
clicks rest. In this game, unless Morgrim can pull off the biggest upset in history.
I think it was played well on both sides. I think Matt just kind of forced an endgame kind of early just because you missed two Will-O-Wisp in a row. You kind of get a little annoyed and you kind of just play a little bit on tilt. But other than that, I feel like it was a fine plays. The only questionable play Q made was going hard Zera on Rotom because he would have lost his. We did see he was physical, so he would have lost his physical Zeraora to a Will-O-Wisp and really crippled it. He switched out Araquanid.
Is he going for diff? But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Q played really well. Wow. Oh, it was a crit. I think he played really well, and I do think Matt definitely got tilted a little bit early, and that's why he let his Zygarde go a little bit too soon. Although I do think we were in the presence of being very, very close to a Zygarde in-game. I think the Zygarde in-game was almost there. I mean, look how much Morgrim did to this Araquanid. If the Zygarde could have gotten all those coils up, and again, I do think that he could have, 1,000 arrows or coiled one more time and then 1,000 arrows or pain split or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But either way, it was a very, very good game. Very good game to both sides.
How big do you think the Wisp miss were?
The one on Hydra was salt in the wound, but the one on Zera was huge. I would freely be able to Hex. I'd freely be able to Volt Switch out in case he's switching. I felt like I could easily just switch out into Morgrim and start setting up a screen, and then I can go in with Silvally. But the Wisp miss was, in my opinion, more important than him bringing a awesome Torn set.
That was a cool set. I did
like
like
that
set.
Cool set.
Dude, we were like, this thing dies, and then it did half.
Here's the thing. I got like a min roll on the first one too. The min roll was 48.9. I was like, I can go for it again, but rest with Prankster was just too much.
Yeah, so because you lost, I want to ask, if you could go back and play this game differently, how would you play differently? What would you do different?
Honestly, I went on tilt after the misses with Will-O-Wisp. Like, I'm trying to think back at like what I could have done differently. I think going, instead of going into or assuming that the Hydra was scarfed, and going for Flame Charge or Swords Dance or whatever, I would have gone into Morgrim instead of my screens, and then try to set up on something else. Especially, that would have been really good if I got the burn on Zera, because then I felt like I wouldn't have to worry about Zera at all. I felt like I didn't have to worry about Hydra because of my terrain, or my screens rather, and I wouldn't have to worry about Scizor because I had my I can't think of the name, Flame Charge. And because it looked like he was offensive Scizor based on the damage he was doing, Flame Charge would have OHKO'd at +2 rather. It OHKO'd max HP at +2, 100% of the time. So maybe go on to Morgrim earlier to actually use it, because by the time I had it in the game, it was a waste of space. If I had any other Pokemon, I felt great. If my Scolipede had Swords Dance like I originally had over Endeavor, I think I actually could have done it as well.
We actually talked about that. That is literally something that we said, that if you were Swords Dance, we think you won that in game. Actually, yeah. So, but yeah, I agree. I really like that answer. I like when people can like learn from their mistakes, and you seem to be able to learn from it like so quickly too. Like, yes, I was on tilt. Here's what I could have done differently, and I really like that answer.
It's just rough because like the first thing I'm thinking, I was like, wow, I'm like, I made the great play. I got the play right of going for Will-O-Wisp on the Zera, and then nothing. I'm like, come on.
We've all been there.
It's rough. So I do want to say, guys, that this is the first time we are doing something like this. So shout out to Dai and to John for joining for this. Their links are going to be in the description as well as on the what's the board? Comments, that's it. But if you guys like this, if you guys want to see more of something like this, let us know. Okay, we were trying to spice things up, change things up, and see how they're done. We feel like commentators or casters, however you want to call them, covering the games might give a bit of freshness to the scene. And we're still going to be doing post-game interviews and team builders in advance. But that's really the plan. And I think this has gone well so far. I hope you guys had a good time casting. Thank you for agreeing to do this, and we'll see how it goes in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Again, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you all next time.